Hey guys, ex-president of France but recently convicted of corruption charges, Nicolas Sarkozy here, and under house arrest, saying about houses. Let's get into the video of top Bristol houses that everybody wants. Now, for a while now, I've thought about the comparison of there's nowhere else really in the UK like Bristol that I can compare with the houses, except for Northern Ireland. But it's a very, very different drive here. So normally it's about like in Northern Ireland, like the response to like gunnings and bombings and that. While we've got a bomber here, it's a very different kind of bomber. Now what you're about to see now is what most of you believe should be the natural progression of things. And if I'm honest, I kind of do too. But I believe the previous artwork has a lot of value to me as well for the raw element of graffiti. The hard use of rollers I'm always going to love. But if I'm going to compare it to this piece here, it's very hard to do because we've got two complete different animals, of course. So I don't know if it's fair to compare the two, but I'm just going to say this is the same house and we've got one piece and now we've got a different piece. And I can't take anything else away from Miller because look at this. This to me is something I think I would have to train like 80 years for. I'd obviously be like 110 by then. Just to try and achieve, not even achieve, to try and attempt, not even achieve. Because for me, the scale, the perception, the talent. I mean, I recently did this in like a separate video. I just thought it had to be out there as much as possible. Everyone should see it in every way. Look at this. This guy can tell a story. This guy knows what he's doing. It's a technically perfect piece, I think. Now I get the impression from people that have never took like LSD that they believe this is what you'll see all of the time, like your field of view will just be this. Now it's probably not going to happen, honestly. You have to be really, really imaginative for that to happen. It's like whatever's inside you is what the trip will be, essentially, you know. Normally it's just like moving walls, breathing clocks and stuff like that, you know. But yeah, this spot is at the M32 skate spot. But next we've got Cheo down in Bedminster, and boy howdy, you got to check out this beautiful little piece. I remember finding this house in the summertime during the first lockdown, and essentially I was riding around Bedminster a lot and I was going to streets and roads I didn't normally go down, just trying to find different ways and new pieces, some letters, whatever I could find essentially. And I remember coming round a hill and I had to double back and do the same take because I found this piece. I was like, gee, this is huge. I was like, and this is back when I was still collecting prior to all the houses. So this is one of the first houses I remember finding. And I was just like, whoa, this is superb. And it being Cheo on top of it, one of Bristol's finest and most known guys, I was just like, yay, blown away. Look at the bumblebee. So salute to Cheo. Been doing bits in Bristol forever, probably one of the godfathers right next to Inky. Do you know what I mean? It's just in my personal opinion. And then we're going to fly over back to the M32. This is just around the corner from the Miller house I just showed, and this was done by Zase Designs. Now this guy is incredible. It's not quite photorealism, but on purpose. He's got his own kind of style. It's kind of amazing to see as well. A really quick story. So my friend that knows this guy independently of me and everything was briefly talking about houses, and he said to check out this house, and I said, that's weird, I've got it in a video to come. And he said the old woman that owns the house said, you can do anything on my house but you gotta put me in it, and that's why there's a woman in a little bottle. So it takes this fox and the badger, right? They are pretty photorealistic. Oh, and the hedgehog, of course. I'm going to pan across to the old lady, and this is what I mean by his style. It's so unique, it's so Zase, and the letterwork there, the yellow letters, that says Zase as well. Right, pretty intricate. I think it's like 3-point perspective, or maybe even 4. I'm not too sure, but there's a lot going on in them letters. It's not just your average graffiti writing. And he was another artist I got to see at work. He was next to Silent Hobo at the Raw and Wax Graph Jam, and if you go down to the Dare to Club in St. Philip's, you can see his work there. It is truly phenomenal. I believe he wasn't first in the Molotov art trade competition last year. It was definitely second or third. But again, his perspective just slaps. And that Robin, again, very distinctly Bristol. I think a lot of people, especially in the south of Bristol, supporting the city, are going to love to see Robins like that dotted about. Now, staying in the north, especially north of the river, like I was saying about the football a minute ago, we're going to go to a Sepr piece, a huge Sepr piece next to the ASK crew house I showed in a previous video, but we're gonna focus on just the one on the right. Now Sepr is mad talented, but my guy's just working with black and white, and he still projects such a big message with so much feeling and emotion, and a lot of happiness as well. You could say working in black and white is quite a dull or quite a saddening colour, but I don't get this from this piece, not at all. Maybe it's all the aliens, maybe it's because I am an alien, but I don't know, there's something really cool about it. I'm going to wrap this up because saying about Sepr, I've got to go and collect a Sepr piece from the M32 roundabout. If you're from Bristol and you spray, it's a legal wall, so you know how quick the turnover can be. So if I don't go and grab it, I'm going to regret it. So thank you for watching the videos, guys. Like and subscribe as always. I'm going to try and find some more houses. These are the biggest, best and the most obvious ones I found so far. Bristol's definitely got more gems out there, I just know it. But anyway, cheers guys.